So take a moment to clear your space and get settled. You may want to dim the lights. I find that's really helpful when I'm trying to bring my attention inward and just sort of create an ambiance of calm and relaxation. And when you're ready, come down into child's pose. And from here, just begin to notice your breath. Is it fast or slow? More in the rib cage or more in the belly? A teacher once said to me something that at the time in class we all thought was really funny. She said, if things annoy you, welcome to life. And we all laughed at that. But her point was a very good one, which is that there are things that are going to irritate us and annoy us all the time. And the only real control we have is our reaction. And this ties into one of my favorite themes in yoga and something that this class is going to explore, which is the practice of cultivating the opposite emotion or reaction that we normally would, in order to sort of expand our awareness of how we can react to things and sort of lose some habits that we might have picked up over many, many years. So it's actually a really interesting exercise. You can use this and notice throughout your day and life, are there moments where you find yourself very annoyed, or that you don't want to, for example, be generous or lend something to someone? And, there's a great opportunity to, instead of holding back or making up an excuse, to, absolutely go out there and lend something to someone or be generous in a situation you wouldn't, or basically just do whatever the opposite of what your normal reaction would be. And one of the first ways we can begin to start doing this is we have to be able to pause and notice when we're going to sort of react in a habitual way, or perhaps in a way that we wish we could change. So it really all begins with that pause, and then we can cultivate the opposite. But the pause really needs to come first. So we're going to work with that physically in this practice in our bodies, with the idea of it really being able to translate into our daily life later. So continue to focus on your breath and your breathing. And close your eyes if they're not already. And really just feel the bones of your body drop down to the mat. You are here, and you're on your mat, and you're nowhere else. When you're ready, press your hands into the mat and come into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Inhale, up cat, keeping the belly engaged. And exhale, move into down cat, lower back curves. Inhale, up cat, the abdominals are engaged, protecting your lower back. Exhale, down cat. Find that curved shape in your lower spine. Inhale, up cat, and now we're going to hold. Stay here. And just begin filling this shape with your breath, as if you're blowing up a balloon. So just feel your collarbones wide, your chest arched, and again, your abs engaged. And just fill this shape with your breathing, as if you were, puffing up a balloon animal. Just inflate everything about this shape with your breath, especially your chest. And now exhale, round, And we're going to do the same thing here in down cat. Breathe deeply into this shape. Just inflate every aspect of this shape, especially the low back. Just saturate that low back with your breathing and with your attention. And then on your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Spine is long. Feel that line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And close your eyes. Listen to your breath here. And see if you can drop into the pause. If you can just retract for a moment. Inhale, walk your arms out and thread your right arm underneath your left for a twist. So basically a game begins here as we work to keep our sitting bones and tailbone pointing directly back, straight. So our lower back relates to the ceiling, but our upper body's in a twist. So we're really playing that game. It's the tailbone pointing towards the back of the room and the sitting bones squeezing together that's creating that anchor, that stability, so we can work the opposition in our chest by creating a twist. And you can extend that left arm out and press it firmly into the ground if you find that helpful. You can bend the elbow so you can rotate up and around. And find your breathing. Where can you make space for breath? On your next inhale, come up. Pause here for a moment. Maybe close your eyes. Just feel the effect of the twist. And then thread your left arm underneath your right. And again, play with the constellation of your body, your limbs in this shape. Where can you make space for breath? So we're keeping our hips square. Our tailbone relates to the back of the room. Our lower back is parallel to the ceiling. This is our anchor, so we're working here. And it's from here that we can find the opposition in the upper back to twist. So close your eyes and play this. It's interesting, and it's just a game. And the goal of the game is to create ease and more space for breath. So breathe into the warmest part of your body in this twist and distribute that breath throughout. On your next inhale, slowly come back up. And we'll wash that out with an up cat, abs engage, down cat, lower back rounds. And keep curling up until you come to your knees. And we're going to extend our right leg out to the side. And lift our left arm up for a side body stretch. So here, again, that tailbone is our anchor, so make sure that it's directing towards your heels and your lower back is long. And you can play that opposition. You'll see that as you do that, you're more rooted and you can find more space in the side body. And in this twist, don't think just over, but it's up and over. So really feel like you're aiming your hand towards where the ceiling meets the wall. It's not to the side, it's up. Feel your ribs spreading apart like an accordion. Direct your tailbone towards your heels and play that opposition. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come back to your knees. Extend your left leg out. Right arm comes up for the side stretch. And another aspect of apposition is plugging that shoulder, the right shoulder, onto the back. So the stretch is really in the side, in the rib cage, not in pulling our shoulder out of its socket. So inhale, tailbone relates to your heels. And exhale, just let yourself breathe, move deeper into that stretch. It's a stretch up, not just a stretch over. Close your eyes if you can. And inhale, come back to your knees. Place your hands. Make sure all 10 fingers and your palms are rooted evenly into the mat. Fingers are spread as wide as they can. And push back into downward facing dog. You can rock a little bit from side to side, move the hips, pedal out one leg, then the other. So play that and then find stillness. Just don't move your legs at all. And close your eyes and breathe into what that feels like. A stretch in the back of the legs, perhaps. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between your eyebrows. And then really firm up your arms. Left and right arm are moving towards one another energetically, palms pressed in the mat. And you're going to bend your knees extremely deeply, as if, you are almost resting your torso on your thighs. And really energize through the arms. Feel like your tailbone is dangling from something on the ceiling. And begin to move the breath up and down your spine. Crown of head to tailbone, and tailbone to crown of head. Slowly straighten your legs, and very, very gently walk your feet to your hands. Utkatasana, chair pose. So coming into chair, you want to have more weight in your heels. So first make that shift and see if you can actually lift and spread your toes and place them back down, if you can. Now lengthen your tailbone towards your heels so your low back is long. And as you do that, move your abs, feel your core engage. There's a connection between those two, this tailbone lengthening down towards the heels and your abdominals engaging. And then really think about wrapping your butt cheeks towards one another to support this shape, to support this dynamic. So they're energetically hugging in. And now lift your arms, or you can take a modification and just stack your forearms and close your eyes. Then you're going to move your right hand to your lower back and extend your left arm. And this extension, this length in the spine that we felt in down dog, this extension is going to translate and lead us into a rotation as we twist to the right. And here we'll notice that we're playing the same game. This hand on our lower back, this is the anchor. The tailbone long, the sitting bones even. And we're playing against that as we find the twist in our thoracic, our upper spine. So a more intense version of exactly what we did on the ground just moments ago is inhale, come back to chair, and exhale. Fold over your legs. So here you can take a hold of opposite elbows or the back of your neck. You You can sway from side to side, bend your knees generously if you need to, and imagine your spine getting longer, dangling. Bend your knees, come back up into chair, close your eyes. We know the alignment cues now, so begin working right away with moving the energy to the heels, tailbone long, cheeks moving towards one another, arms rise, close your eyes. Move your left hand to your low back, right arm extends, and keeping the low back anchored, this extension translates into a rotation as you rotate to the left. See if you can prioritize finding length in the spine and finding space for breath over how deep you actually go into this twist. We're looking to create space and ease while engaging all the muscles of the body. But that doesn't mean it has to be tense. And there's an integrity to finding this length and finding this anchor in these opposition points and moving through these shapes. Inhale, come back to chair. Pause for a moment. Inner thighs are tight. Core is engaged. And then rise to stand. And then fall over your knees. Inhale, half lift. Shoulder blades glide down the back. Exhale, right knee to the ground. Arms lift. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank and hold. So for this plank, really think of your midsection as hugging up, moving up. So your abdominals are engaged, your hips, your cheeks, that same sensation from Utkatasana is also happening here. And then press like crazy through the back of your heels as if you were pushing a wall away. Left and right arm energetically hug towards one another, shoulders are on the back, neck is long as you gaze at something just slightly in front of you. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. With all 10 toenails on the ground, lengthen your tailbone. Shalabhasana. Hands clasp, chest lifts. Inhale, collarbone spread, core engages to protect your low back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale, half lift, core engages, shoulder glides down the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms circle down, around, and up. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale, arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Really feel the earth supporting you here. So focus always with what's on the ground, your palms and your feet. So really energetically press out through your heels and into the palms of your hands. Lower all the way down. Inhale, Salabhasana, locust pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, right knee, arms rise. Inhale, back foot steps up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms circle all the way up. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale, right foot steps back, high lunge. So again, here hips are square to the front of the room and tailbone lengthens down, front ribs in. Keeping the front knee bent, we're going to bend the back knee 3 times. So first find your pose, find your stability, and then lower that back knee and lengthen. Lower, lengthen. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lengthen. And then we're going to take a twist to the left. So feel free to take the modification or come into the deeper variation of the pose. Same principles apply. Hips are hugging inward. Tailbone relates to the back wall. Lower back relates to the ceiling. It's even, relaxed, and we're looking for that twist in the thoracic spine, the upper spine. And where can we find space for breath in this shape? We're going to visualize triangle pose. So have triangle pose facing to the right in your mind's eye. And from this twist, you're going to plant your back foot and straighten your front leg and pop and land gracefully, lightly, perfectly into triangle pose. It should feel really good. In triangle pose, pretend you're leaning against a pane of glass. Really move your breath into the back of your body. And then imagine that your feet are just like vacuum cleaners. They're just sucking the mat, the ground so fiercely so that your entire leg muscles engage from the root of your foot to the top of your thigh. And then again, feel that tailbone lengthening, moving towards the back wall. And it's from that anchoring of the legs and the tailbone that you feel expansion in the chest as your arms widen. And really, really saturate this pose with your breath. Just move it everywhere. And just suck it in. From here, bend your front leg. Warrior 2. So take a moment to feel secure in your stance. Tailbone drops. Thigh bones move into their sockets. And again, we're going to put our side bending stretch to work here. So inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle. Tailbone's long, back foot is strong. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle. That shoulder blade is plugged into the back. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, we're going to take Sphinx pose. So put your elbows directly under your shoulders. And then energetically, feel like you're pulling the mat towards the back of the room as your heart and your chest expand up. Tailbone is long, again, anchoring you. And you're playing that opposition with the chest. You're really just fighting against yourself for that chest to move forward. Neck is easy. Eyes can be straight ahead. Exhale, move back to downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands to your feet. And bend your knees and luxuriously roll up to stand. Step your left foot back, high lunge. Hips square, tailbone long, bottom ribs hug in. And again, we're really going to activate and build heat in that back quad. So inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Left hand moves to sacrum. Rotate into your twist. Close your eyes if you can. Where can you make space for breath? Where can you prioritize length and ease? And just saturate yourself with your breathing. Begin to visualize triangle pose, facing the left. And just like changing direction or changing opinion or forcing yourself to do the opposite, just that quickly switch. Plant that back heel. You're now facing left, triangle pose. Feet root like crazy. All of your leg muscles are engaged. It feels like you're sucking the mat up through your feet. And your legs are energetically moving towards one another. Your tailbone is moving and relating towards the back wall. And it's the strength of this dynamic that allows us to feel open, spacious, free in the upper body as we rotate our chest to the ceiling. Breathe into all parts of your body, all four limbs. Slowly bend your front knee. Circle your arms up into warrior two. Feel your weight equal between your front and back leg. And now we'll take this into our moving side body variation. So inhale, side angle pose. Shoulder blades are glued down on your back. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keep that front knee bent. Inhale, side angle. Perhaps chest rotates to sky. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle. Tailbone's long. Exhale, reverse warrior. Front knee is still bent 90 degrees. And exhale, plank pose. Hold plank. Close your eyes. Feel all your limbs dynamically hugging in towards your midline. And exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose. Close your eyes. Breathe into the back of your body, lower back, back of the rib cage. Think of breathing laterally, largely, side to side, instead of just up and down. And gently roll up to sit, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So here first, find length. Really energetically push the soles of your feet towards one another. And just inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale. And then really work on rooting your tailbone. So even here, the lower back is long. And then the chest is what's light. And you can slowly walk your hands forward. Just experimenting and feeling even here this opposition of the grounding of our tailbone and hips, and sort of how that allows for this lightness in the chest. And when you're ready, you can fold forward. Deep breaths here into the hips. We're really moving the breath deliberately now, sending it to spaces that are warm, distributing it throughout the rest of the body, using it as a tool to explore, kayak, surf around our inner world. Gently roll back up. And you're going to take your right foot in. And you really want that foot, if you can, facing towards the groin for this variation of Janu Sirsasana. So really make sure that that foot is in as close as you can get it. This means the hips are kind of open. And then you're going to walk your hands forward. Inhale here, and what you'll discover is that your left side feels very long and open, and your right side feels very congested and perhaps uncomfortable or not as long. So rooting the tailbone and hugging in your two hips and cheeks, we're going to try to even out these two sides. So just feel that. And you can place your hands on the ground and just see if you can create not equal, but at least more equal length and space on both sides of the body, especially on that right side. Inhale, find length, and exhale, as you're ready, if you like, gently walk your hands forward. You can place your head on a block and really root that tailbone. And work to find space on this right side of the body. Hugging your abs in, so really just sucking your belly button in will help you move deeper into the pose. So you can try that. Inhale, move the abs up and in. Exhale, fold over your core, move deeper into the pose. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, engage. Left foot is engaged and strong. Exhale, fold deeper into the pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly come up. Place your hand on your thighs. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to feel the effects of that posture, to drop into a pause. And then right leg extends, left leg comes in. Again, set it up so that foot is as close as you can get it to your groin. Hips are open. And again, walk your hands forward. And here we'll find the same interesting conundrum that this shape presents. The left side feels congested while the right side feels very long. So root the tailbone, hug the hips, and begin looking to see if you can just create space along both sides of the body. Inhale, heart long. Exhale, begin to fold over your leg. Inhale, abs engage, core engages, belly button moves towards the spine. Exhale, fold over your leg. 3 more times, close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, move deeper into the pose. Inhale, belly button to spine, core engages. Right leg is engaged, it's working, flexed. Exhale, fold over your leg. Inhale. Exhale. Where are you creating space? Where are you finding space? Roll onto your back. Just quickly take the left knee into the chest. Hug it tight. And then extend that foot. Take your arms behind your quadricep and just push that left leg away while keeping your shoulders on the ground. This is stabilizing the lower back. So just energetically move that left leg away. And then release. And then take the right knee into the chest. Give it a really good squeeze. And then extend the right leg up. Hold on behind the quadricep. But instead of pulling the leg to the face, just push it away. Do the opposite. And just have your hands and your legs energetically doing opposite motions, just really to stabilize the low back. And then release that. And come into Shavasana. So legs are relaxed, hip width apart. You can prop yourself up on your elbows for a moment just to tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, one under the other, so your collarbones are wide. And I often find I have to readjust my tailbone after doing that, just sort of gently lifting it up, lengthening and resetting. Roll your head from side to side, let it find its space in the center. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your tongue. Relax your ears. Let the bones of your body drop down. Bring your attention back to your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your left leg into your chest, then the right leg. You can roll to the right side and push yourself up. If you prefer, which is my preference, you can take some rocks on the spine, back and forth to come up to a seat. Try to keep your eyes closed. Just come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. You can leave your hands palms up in your lap or at prayer in front of your heart. Locating the pause, the moment before we do something habitual, say something habitual, react habitually, is the gift, is the doorway that is the first step in realizing that we have other options available to us. Perhaps the opposite reaction that we can bring to any situation. And by locating the pause and cultivating the opposite, we can really start to experience what it means to really be free, which is to have consciousness, to not be acting in a habitual manner. And this practice helps us get there. Bow your chin to your chest. Thank you so much to all our teachers. Namaste.